Reminding you to bring us your donations and to check out our Facebook page or doitdailynews.com for our weekly sales.
This is Ryan Utterback with Utterback Real Estate. Don't get burned. No worries, I have my SPF 1000. Time to list your house with us while the market's still hot. Like thick and wrapped jalapenos. And that's why you're the other one.
List your house today by clicking the Utterback Real Estate icon at doitdailynews.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Ace now offers free assembly and free delivery, so it's never been easier to get
A grill for your family, like a Weber gas grill, a Traeger wood pellet grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. Only at your neighborhood Ace. Around the block. What you need in stock. With people who know their grills.
This is Brad from Gibson Ace Hardware in Clinton, Illinois. Stop in to see us, the helpful place at 114 North Madison Street, Clinton.
See participating store for details.
With Illinois farmland selling at record high prices, there's never been a better time to sell your farm. Heartland Bank's Ag Real Estate team can help you through the process. They have many years of combined knowledge and experience that can help you achieve a successful sale. Whether auctioning off your farmland or selling by private listing, Heartland Bank is there to help. Talk to them today or visit hbtbank.com. Heartland Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Len Casper, new voice of the Chicago White Sox, reminding you this is where the Sox play. WHOW AM and FM.
Brought to you by Enel Green Power's Alta Farms Wind Project, Baum Chevy Buick, Clinton Athletic Boosters, Clinton Community YMCA, Covenant Animal Clinic, Liberty Village, Midstate Eye, Nan Krang with Remax Choice, your 217 home team, Warner Hospital and Health Services, and ServPro of Piatt, DeWitt counties.
News time is 8 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Wednesday morning. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded 8 o'clock newscast streaming to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. A downtown Heyworth thrift store and the Clinton Neighborhood Care Center are partnering together as the nonprofit continues to establish itself in the southern McLean County community. Cody Monkman is the executive director of the Neighborhood Care Center, and Amy Law with Warn Again 2 says the partnership between the two ministries just works well.
So Warn Again 2 this month, in September, we'll celebrate our 11th year in Heyworth, and we are a thrift store in Heyworth that does much more. We have many other facets of the ministry, but our goal is to meet people with their physical and spiritual needs and connecting them with Jesus. And so we're not a church. We never want to be a church, but we provide people with free, reduced housing. We host a lot of events there. We have Alcoholics Anonymous that meets there. We have Bible studies that use our facilities. We have a senior citizen group that meets there on Tuesdays. So just a lot of different outreach programs. And so neighborhood care was just a great fit for us and to be a part of the community.
I mean, we've talked several times here about the expanded vision of Neighborhood Care Center and why that even was a thought. Early on, we were looking at multiple different regions outside of even McLean County. There was just a lot of local interest in particularly the Heyworth area. And in regards to just how Neighborhood Care Center does our mission, it's very much about, like, if there's not local buy-in, it's not going to work. In regards to McLean County, there was a lot of different good reasons why Heyworth would be a great place for kind of the home base for the Care Center network.
According to Monkman, one of the things that is helpful about Warn Again 2 is the fact they've been in Heyworth for 11 years with established relationships and can make connections to the Neighborhood Care Center across all sorts of individuals in the community.
Honestly, I think when it comes down to it, for as far as like what I see, as I've just experienced as well as just studied and really reflected on small town culture, all three of us in this room live in small towns. So sometimes small towns can be territorial, and it's even for like the new person. I just actually did a funeral for someone that's not from the small town that she lived in. She was from Milwaukee. It's really hard to get to know people when you are not on the inside. There's these invisible walls that sometimes we build up. And Warn Again 2 did not have that. Warn Again 2 didn't have that. Warn Again 2, organizationally, but also the staff had big picture in mind, and they really do. I mean, it's been a great partnership. It really has. And Warn Again 2 has been there for 11 years. They've got established relationships. So when you're the new guy on the block, or even a lot of our mission partners, they live in the McLean County area, but maybe they're newer residents. They're not like longtime residents, and they don't know a lot of people. It's huge when you step into a new community to be able to have a relationship that kind of endorses you, I suppose.
Warn Again 2 recently renovated space in its store, and the Neighborhood Care Center is going to occupy that space for about 6 months to get its neighborhood market program off the ground. Law says it will give them time to decide how to best utilize the space.
It for sure will be used to upgrade the experience of Neighborhood Market. Out of all of our service platforms, Neighborhood Market being the no-fee groceries, having a brick and mortar is kind of necessary to really pull that off well. So that for sure will be helpful. But then on the front side of things, of the building, that'll be a space for versatility in regards to being able to do economic support services, which is another service platform. Hopefully at some point feature feed distribution service in some way. Having a resource wall that we can refer to help get people, as we're trying to build a support network, we can refer them to internal care center things, but also external things like some of the Warn Again 2 stuff, and being more intentional about that. I mean, right now our resources, what we have is in a briefcase right now that's mobile. It's kind of lame. So hopefully we can expand that. And then a space that we can use for neighborhood lab, which is something I think we talked about maybe last time.
Monkman notes the renting of the space at Warn Again 2 is a temporary solution as they seek a permanent location in Heyworth. A DeWitt County nonprofit is frustrated by recent theft and vandalism incidents at its rural Clinton location. Encore Developmental Services Executive Director Stephanie Kuntz is frustrated with a recent rash of theft at their store outside the community on the east side. She says on top of some petty thefts recently, they've also encountered occurrences of vandalism.
Just very frustrating because, what we do, every little thing, every donation you bring in, to the store, everything stays right here to support people with disabilities and those of us that, and the business that runs it and our employees that support them. And we've had a rash of last winter. We had catalytic converters stolen, just finally got one back. And then we've also had break-ins into the back of the warehouse, people coming in. We've had the landscaping equipment stolen multiple times now. We think we just discovered one this morning, another thing that's missing from our landscaping. So that, when we're out there cleaning up the square, the blowers, people stole those and we had to go buy more, and the weed eaters. Actually, even somebody tore out 2 or 3 weeks ago, tore out the plants out of the pots on the square from one corner. Yeah, those are ours. That's what we have to go and try and fix those. And somebody has destroyed the work that, people have put hard, effort into. It's just, when you see a metal pulled back from your garage doors pushed in, very frustrating.
Encore has taken up some security measures, but Kuntz hopes anyone that knows anything might tell authorities. They themselves have filed complaints and police reports regarding the incidents.
If you know of anything, you hear of anything, let the police know. We have made, police reports. They're aware. We just ask you to be kind. We are trying. Yeah, we've had kind of some changes going in with our IT. So yes, we have talked about cameras. That's been a thing. And actually we came up with an idea yesterday. So we're just going as simple as trail cams. So they will be out there. So maybe we will get pictures of these people and we can take that to the police.
Kuntz adds, because of things like the increase in the minimum wage inflation and other current factors, they are not able to take the measures they'd like, but are simply hoping for respect for some of the most vulnerable in the community and their workspace. Wednesday is National Overdose Awareness Day, and a Central Illinois healthcare provider is zeroing in on training for communities on Narcan. Brian Hinman is the Associate Director of the Court Treatment Programs at Chestnut Health Systems and explains they can offer not only Narcan training, but access to Narcan completely free.
Sure. So I'm glad you mentioned that, actually. So a lot of times people think, oh, well, we don't have the funds to afford a training or, to order that. Through various grants and also programs such as those sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services and other entities, we can provide free Narcan, free naloxone for folks. The trainings Chestnut is offering are also free. And so we've been able to set up links with people in the community or businesses or providers to where not only they're getting free training, but they're getting free access to naloxone and free, support and guidance in setting up those protocols and things of that nature. It's completely free. And so that's a big selling point for me, right? Is that there's no obligation for, say, like I did training for a local business, there's no obligation, there's no cost. It's a free training. And if they, need more naloxone, they can just reach out to me or Chestnut and they can be provided with that.
Hinman compares Narcan training to CPR training and believes everyone should be trained on how to properly administer Narcan.
Well, quite honestly, I think everyone should be trained because kind of similar to CPR, right, where people, well, there's definitely a higher risk for some individual, let's say someone is working in healthcare or dealing with people who are in active addiction, for sure. But the sad reality is that this epidemic of regular overdose deaths, even in McLean County, last figure I saw was an increase of at least, I want to say 30% of overdoses. And so that's one of those things where I know in other cities, they are training baristas in coffee shops, for example, on how to administer Narcan, or librarians on how to administer Narcan because people are overdosing in bathrooms, or gas station attendants. So definitely anyone interfacing with the public. But I think the more people that can be trained, the better.
Hinman points any organization or business that would like more information on Narcan training to Chestnut at 309-827-6026 and ask for Hinman. He notes there are similar programs throughout the state through the Illinois Helpline. And as we get into September is Recovery Month. U.S. Department of Agriculture Rural Development Illinois State Director Betsy Dirksen-Londrigan is announcing the agency is awarding $2.7 million in grants to improve health care facilities in rural Illinois.
Figured out that that's going to assist 88,000 residents in small towns across Illinois. And the Emergency Rural Health Care Grant Program, it's to promote a healthy community and environment to make sure that our individuals and families have access to the quality health care that they need. And we made an investment of, I think it was around $1 million in grant funding to streamline the electronic health care record system for the Pinckneyville Community Hospital District. And so that's going to provide enhanced tracking and reporting capabilities of patient visits. And that helps everybody. And so the work that is being done as a result of these emergency rural health care grants is outstanding. And we are really reaching every corner of Illinois with them.
Grant funding is going to Marshall Browning Hospital Association, Memorial Hospital Association in Hancock County, and the Hamilton County Ambulance Service. 19 minutes after the hour is news time here on the WHOW Morning Show. We stream to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agents in Clinton. Network News is next.
Buy factory direct and save on a post-frame building from Mansi Metal. These rugged pole barns are made right here in Mount Zion from the highest quality materials, giving you the best value for your investment. With over 20 durable colors to choose from and fast turnaround, Mansi Metal will build you a barn, garage, utility shed, or stable designed to last generations. Stop by our Mount Zion factory or visit us today at manseametal.com. MANSEA metal.com.
Scott Baum here from Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. The 2022 Silverados get the job done on the farm every day. It has the muscle to get things done on the farm and off. Whether you go to the Farm Progress Show in Boone, Iowa and see the Chevy exhibit or stop by our dealership, you'll get all the details on the Chevy Silverado to get your hauling and towing jobs done. Service is a tradition here at Baum's, and we specialize in Silverados. See Silverados in transit and production at baumchevybuick.com right from the start. Scott Baum here from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton. Search our big selection of pre-owned cars and trucks by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Dr. Bradley Grant here from Midstate Eye in Clinton. If your little one is entering kindergarten or new to your school district, make an eye exam appointment now so you'll be ready for school. Find out more by clicking on our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Mr. Farmer, downtime is lost time, productivity, and profit. That's why AAK Mechanical in Clinton offers both weld and shop repair at their location, as well as mobile welding on the farm or in the field. Bring your equipment or part into their welding shop just off Illinois Route 10 east of Clinton. If you're down in the field, call AAK's mobile welding service at 935-8501, 935-8501 for AAK's Mechanical Mobile Welding Service to get you up and going again in their welding shop or in your field. AAK Mechanical in Clinton provides complete welding service.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. The Maroa-Forsyth Lady Trojans swept away Heyworth in 2 sets, 25-21 and 25-20 in non-conference high school girls volleyball action Monday night. Addie Voorhees recorded 8 kills to lead the Lady Trojans. Savannah Moody and Regan Van Hook had 7 blocks apiece. Moody, Van Hook, and Mia Hubbard also had 3 kills. And Kelsey Kaler added 5 blocks. Maroa-Forsyth improves to 3-0 on the season and will host Argenta Orienta next Monday. In a game heard here on WHOW, rookie Nick Prado hit 2 home runs to highlight a career-high 4-hit night as the Royals sent the White Sox to their 5th straight loss, a 9-7 decision Tuesday night. White Sox manager Tony La Russa missed the game because of an unspecified medical issue. The team says the 77-year-old Hall of Famer was out on the recommendation of his doctors and would undergo further testing Wednesday. La Russa's absence was announced about 1 hour before first pitch. He showed no signs of health trouble during his pregame session with reporters, but bench coach Miguel Cairo takes over as Chicago fell for the 10th time in its last 12 games since moving to a season-high 5 games over 500 on August 16th. Gavin Sheets homered twice and drove in 4 for the Sox. Sal Perez and Michael A. Taylor each homered and drove in 3 runs for the Royals. Prado added an RBI double and also had 3 RBIs. He hit a solo home run in each of his first 2 at-bats against Lucas Giolito, then singled off reliever Tanner Banks, sparking a 2-run 6th. Prado hit a ground rule double off Jake Diekman to score Ryan O'Hearn in the 7th. Prado is 8 for 17 with 4 doubles, 3 homers, and 10 RBIs in his last 4 games. This marked his first multi-homer game of his career. Sox outfielder Luis Robert missed his 4th straight start due to a lingering discomfort, and third baseman Yohan Moncada fielded grounders before the game Tuesday. He is eligible to return from the 10-day injured list on Monday. The Royals will turn to Chris Bubich tonight. He allowed a season-high 6 earned runs in 4 innings in a 13-5 loss to the Padres. Sox right-hander Lance Lynn will be activated from the bereavement list. He allowed 2 runs in 6 innings of a 4-3 loss Thursday to the Orioles. Here tonight's action right here on WHOW. Former Cardinals catcher Austin Romine hit a 2-run homer as the Cincinnati Reds roughed up Dakota Hudson and beat the Cardinals 5-1 Tuesday night, ending their 3-game winning streak. Cardinals slugger Albert Pujols was 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch from Justin Dunn that caromed off his chest and caught his right forearm in the 2nd inning. Pujols stayed in the game for the NL Central leaders and remains at 694 home runs, 2 behind Alex Rodriguez for 4th on the all-time list. Hudson, who had been 3-0 with a 1.93 ERA and 3 career starts at Great American Ballpark, gave up 5 straight hits to start a 4-run burst in the 3rd. Romine's go-ahead liner that reached the front row of the seats in deep right center made it 2-1. Hudson went 4 2/3 innings, allowing 9 hits, 5 runs with a walk. Dunn went 4 innings in his 5th start after missing the first half of the season with a right shoulder strain. He yielded 3 hits and a run, which came on Tommy Edman's leadoff homer in the 3rd, and he struck out 4. Cardinals left-hander Jose Quintana went 7 shutout innings in his last start against Cincinnati, won by the Pirates at Pittsburgh on May 15th, despite being held hitless by Hunter Green and Art Warren. Reds left-hander Mike Minor has won back-to-back starts for the first time this season. Teoscar Hernandez hit a 3-run homer. Vlad Guerrero Jr. went deep, and the Blue Jays beat the Cubs 5-3 Tuesday night. Kevin Gossman went 6 solid innings to win his second straight decision as the Blue Jays won back-to-back games after losing their previous 3. Toronto is still in position for an AL wild card. Guerrero finished with 3 hits and 2 RBIs. Back in the lineup after sitting out Monday because of a sore left foot, Hernandez homered for the first time since August 18th at New York. Wilson Contreras and Christopher Morel hit solo home runs for the Cubs, but Contreras left in the 6th inning after aggravating his sore left ankle. He limped around the bases after hitting his 4th inning homer. Gossman allowed 2 runs and 5 hits, walking 1 and striking out 9, including 5 straight strikeouts in the 2nd and 3rd innings. Facing his former team for the first time, Cubs right-hander Marcus Stroman allowed a run and 3 hits in 5 innings, leaving with a 2-1 lead. Contreras is the first catcher in Cubs history to hit 20 or more home runs in consecutive seasons. Mitch White starts for the Blue Jays in today's series finale. The Cubs have not named a starter. Green Bay Packers kicker Mason Crosby's chances of continuing his consecutive game streak are looking stronger. Crosby had spent training camp on the physically unable to perform list, but passed his physical and was on the 53-man roster the Packers released Tuesday. As they announced their final cuts, Green Bay cut Ramiz Ahmad, the only other kicker on the roster. Crosby, who turns 38 Saturday, had arthroscopic surgery on his right knee before training camp. He began his NFL career in 2007 and has not missed a game, spanning 241 regular season contests. The Packers open their season September 11th at Minnesota. Crosby holds Green Bay's franchise records in points, field goals, and extra points. Get sports anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
CEO Paul Scarron here from Warner Hospital and Health Services in Clinton. Our trained physical therapists offer quality, compassionate care close to home. Find out more by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
When it comes to fire and water restoration, ServPro of Piatt DeWitt counties is the leader in cleaning, restoration, and construction. Find out all the services they provide by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Mr. Farmer, downtime is lost time, productivity, and profit. That's why AAK Mechanical in Clinton offers both weld and shop repair at their location, as well as mobile welding on the farm or in the field. Bring your equipment or part into their welding shop just off Illinois Route 10 east of Clinton. If you're down in the field, call AAK's mobile welding service at 935-8501, 935-8501 for AAK's Mechanical Mobile Welding Service to get you up and going again in their welding shop or in your field. AAK Mechanical in Clinton provides complete welding service. Your front yard has turned into a swamp. Now what? For just $80 a year, Pekin Insurance offers up to $10,000 of coverage for the costs associated with providing service to repair leaks or breaks to water and sewer lines caused by normal wear and tear and usage. Visit PekinInsurance.com to learn more about their homeowners endorsements or ask your local Pekin Insurance agent about water and wastewater damage protection for your home. Pekin Insurance is rated superior for personal lines claim service by Ward Group.
This is Jay Peterson, your hometown Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. For a virtual or in-person appointment, call today at 935-6605.
Thank you for listening to this Miller Media Group radio station. We appreciate you making the choice to tune in to us. We want to remind you of some things to keep the attorneys happy.